Yeah, you used it
I've
yesterday.
been using that word today and yesterday. I've used
I
it.
know what's happening. You're softening.
And people saying deficiency
You're letting
aren't
people.
getting
You're
in
letting
trouble.
people get away with deficiency.
No,
But when
because there's a change going on, that the AAAOM has accepted the World Health Organization's terminology,
Which is deficiency, right?
and in terms of that term, it is deficiency.
Okay.
So a number of us have decided that although we may choose to use vacuity in our own writing, etc., but that we're going to allow deficiency as equally correct. Sedate, I'm sorry, I can't say sedate, and I can't say tonify, and I can't say excess. I've been saying excess here.
Right.
I'm willing to do that.
Created the language for the WHO, but who's making that up?
Marilyn Allen's on that committee.
Well, yeah, and she,
Eric Brandt, is he?
Eric Brand is now going to head up the AAOM, and that's going to be great. But so far, the WHO terminology is about 60% Weissman, and then most of the rest of it comes from this Chinese man, who his position is that we should be using the English medical equivalents, and so there's a lot of medical terminology instead of tradition. Where instead of saying malign obstruction, they'll just say nausea during pregnancy.
Ease of communication.
Yeah, and then the WHO terminology has mostly been agreed upon by non-native English speakers. And that's the problem with it, is that this has so far primarily been an agreement between the Korean, Vietnamese, Japanese, Taiwanese, and mainland Chinese. And of course, those people have certainly the credentials to discuss and come to consensus or agreement on what the Chinese terms mean. But they're not the right group of people to, act as authorities for what English word is the right one.
Like you said before.
And also, Asian people, their society is based on consensus. They're not necessarily worried about whether something's right or wrong. It's what everybody agrees to do. And being someone who's really concerned with being right or wrong, as my own personality flaw, I have real troubles with that. I have troubles, agreeing to do something that I know is just simply wrong. That sticks for me.
The linguistics, you're showing and believing that it's very important to practice Chinese medicine to have the right terminology.
Yeah. Well,
in English.
So far, I think in this class this morning, I think that there have been some really good examples of that, of how it really actually makes a difference, in whether your clinical answer is right or wrong. So, yeah. Tonify, how can we agree that tonify is the right word when the word's not in the dictionary, that it's not even,
consensus,
an American word, an English word? Well, consensus, yeah, great, but it's an erroneous. It's a case of, we used to say, how can 100 million Frenchmen be wrong? But here, they're wrong.